she's clearly doing this because she's trying to prove to the mainstream media, because now they're starting to talk about this whole birth being fictitious coming from Meghan. So she's trying to put out there to the haters, look, it is me giving birth. See, I'm in the hospital dancing like a skank.
She's got form for strapping on baby bumps.
So Meghan Markle thought she was being clever. According to her supporters, she released this video of herself dancing in a hospital room to prove, once and for all, that she really was pregnant when she gave birth to her kids. Why? Because, let's be honest, rumors about the moon bump have been swirling for years. People have questioned whether she really carried Archie and Lilibet, or whether there was some elaborate cover-up involving surrogates. Now, instead of shutting down those whispers, this video did the exact opposite.
There's something very wrong with that shape, in my view.
I think they split within 12 months.
Developing today. It was the slut job that ricocheted around the world for all the wrong reasons. Meghan Markle believed that she would finally put to rest the ongoing and, I believe, very accurate speculation that she had been wearing a moon bump. This is a subject which has, of course, been covered here on Outspoken for many, many months, because when you think about it, it matters, given that if these children were not born by Meghan Markle's body, then they are unable to sit in the line of succession, the royal line of succession. We're talking about Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, of course. Then this video, and let's take a look at some of it, because this video has horrified so many, because Meghan quite clearly here is in some type of moon bump. This is not a natural body position. That's before you even get to the fact that this type of behavior is not dignified, is certainly not royal, shames the monarchy, makes a complete mockery of King Charles, and I think also means the public have had enough. And you can imagine, since we first revealed this video on last night's show, oh, the reaction around the world has been extraordinary. Piers Morgan posted on X, we're about 2 months away from the sex tape. And what I have found particularly fascinating over the last 24 hours is that members of the mainstream media have started to get in contact with me, have started to say, oh, Dan, you might be onto something here. Is there any reason why she would lie about this bump? Yeah, there really is. Catch up. We're going to get analysis with our superstar panel, Alexandra Marshall and Norman Fenton, in just one moment. But first, I want to show you some of the fascinating mainstream media reactions as the penny drops, that actually this so-called internet conspiracy theory may well finally bring down Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. First, Kevin O'Sullivan and Isabel Oakeshott.
Meghan, there. Is that a real baby bump, or has she strapped it on? Because
looks really weird.
She's got form for strapping on baby bumps. So what do you think as you see it? I think
there's something very wrong with that shape, in my view. I don't know. Look, I'm mesmerised, but I'm kind of sick. Do you know what I'm thinking? I'm glad the Queen is no longer with us, because oh my Lord, how she would be shuddering at those images. It's so undignified. I don't know. Call me old-fashioned, but I'm finding that quite uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable. I don't think, because she's done this before for photos, I don't think that is a real baby bump. I think
way too big. It's way too big.
And sort of too low.
Next, our very own P. Diner.
Viewers didn't see a glowing, radiant mother-to-be. They saw something bizarre, staged, and frankly undignified. Meghan is in a hospital gown, twerking to music, cradling a belly that looks oddly shaped and way too big for the supposed timeline. It didn't scream expectant mother. It screamed performance.
She comes out with this video of her in the hospital room, apparently getting ready to give labor to this child, Lily. Now, first of all, there's a few things I have to say about this video, okay? Looking at this video, the first thing that comes to mind is that stomach is too big. It's too big. I showed it to my husband, and he was like, it looks like she's giving birth to triplets. And I'm like, yeah. Whose belly is that big? Okay, now she's clearly doing this because she's trying to prove to the mainstream media, because now they're starting to talk about this whole birth being fictitious coming from Meghan. So she's trying to put out there to the haters, look, it is me giving birth. See, I'm in the hospital dancing like a skank. I couldn't believe I saw her dancing like, I'm sorry to call her that word, but she is. You're a duchess. Who does this? Who behaves like this? Who is supposedly pregnant? Sit your duchess of sausage butt down. What are you doing? Dancing all provocatively, supposedly pregnant in that big fake looking bump. I'm sorry, it doesn't even make sense.
Then Jeremy Kyle really went for it with Kinsey Schofield.
Fresh from repeatedly telling us that they were escaping the United Kingdom because they wanted privacy. They hated the press. They hated everything to be involved in the intrusion in their lives. And then they had their little children and the feral children, and they left them with the chickens. And all she does now with her jams that are crap is post pictures of her children left, right and centre, which has me always thinking, well, hold on a second, you duplicitous woman, how does that make any sense? But we've now reached a point where I possibly am going to be sick live on the television. Meghan Markle has posted a cringy video of her and Prince Harry dancing in a hospital room. This is we're playing it. She's waiting for she's twerking with the baby to try and make the baby come. This is to induce Elizabeth's birth. She's dancing in front of the camera. Oh God, it looks like a lap dancing club with pregnant women. He's also dancing in front of the camera. She's got a black dress on. She's literally holding her bump and twerking, and she's put this on social media. The woman is that's getting worse now. She looks like she's performing.
Well, and look, JK, the lyrics are prego, but I'm still doing moves like Beyonce. Yeah, I said I'm pregnant. Get the child support and pay my rent. Your opinion is irrelevant because I'm a baby mama. I can do what I want.
And Jeremy Kyle went on to predict that he thinks this video will end up seeing Meghan Markle and Prince Harry divorce within the next year.
Here's the big question. Is this the moment that finally finishes Meghan and Harry's credibility? Some argue yes. They believe this video has crossed a line from controversial into grotesque. It's undignified. It feeds conspiracy theories, and it highlights just how much they strayed from the royal brand they still cling to.
Gosh, where does this? I mean, I think that they're going to do another reality show. I think that they are going to have to break down and continue to spill, because I don't think that any of their commercial ventures are working. But this is not the way. This is not the path. I think she's being completely destructive to her own brand.
I think they split within 12 months. They are. I say he comes back to the United Kingdom, as I've said on numerous occasions, with his ginger tail between his legs. I think she won't ever be able to come back to the United Kingdom.
A huge amount of reaction online too. Michelle Chismay wrote, so I am in healthcare and I noticed something. She's not a labour and delivery room, and I can tell from the back. According to Taz, added, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can all agree that this ain't no Duchess. Dear King Charles, I think it's time to seriously consider getting your council to have a chat with Parliament with regard to Harry's dukedom. Also, it's clearly time to remove them from the royal family website. Nancy Sidley posted, I've got to give her credit. She's found a new level of cringe that the Kardashians have not even achieved. She has no idea that after the shock and awe wears off this video, her stock will continue to plummet. This kind of breaking the internet marketing never works. Just ask Kim Kardashian. I suspect they know the titles are close to getting stripped, so they need to create a spectacle so the royal family will look petty and not modern if the titles are removed. These two are broke, allegedly. And the office of Glyn again said, alongside this photo, odd place for the cannula as well, and keeping a watch on. Okay, Norman Fenton, Alexandra Marshall, that's the setup. But guys, can we just watch this video in full? Can you put up with that? Because I think you've got to see the full horror of it before you comment. Is that okay?
Others think Meghan will cling to Harry no matter what, because her power, wealth, and contracts are tied to him. Divorce might not be on the cards yet, but the cracks are visible. What's clear is that the Sussexes' strategy isn't working. They are losing public goodwill, burning bridges with the royal family, and failing to establish a sustainable brand outside of controversy.
You've got no choice.
Baby mama, this song been pregnant for way too long. I tell the DJ turn it off.
If she a baby mama,
Go ahead.
she gon' do that baby mama.
Work.
She gon' put it on you. She gon' do that baby mama. Drop
Drop
it,
it down, drop it down, down low.
drop
Drop it down, drop it down, down low. Drop it down, drop it down, down low. Do the baby mama when I step out on the floor. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, oh. Hit the baby mama when I'm stepping through the door. Yeah, I'm pregnant, but I got an ill flow. Tryna make some money, buy some huggies from the store. S to the T-A, double R-K, to the E-I-S-H-A. And I don't play, doing my way. Preggo, but I'm still doing moves like Beyonce. Yeah, I said I'm pregnant, give the child support and pay my rent. Pay my rent, your opinion is irrelevant, cause I'm a baby mama, I can do just what I want to turn up.
if she a baby
Okay, and then prepare for the full slut drop.
Work.
She gon' put it on you. She gon' do that baby mama.
Oh no, first there's some sex simulation.
Down low.
And there we go, and the bump just sort of disappears. Norman Fenton. Okay, Norman Fenton, like from your professional perspective, is that something that someone who is 9 months pregnant and overdue can really do? There's a lot of doubt about this.
I normally say I don't speculate on medical matters, but this does really seem very unlikely now. But I mean, for a start, I mean, you should have warned me about this because you really put me off my dinner, which I was going to have shortly.
I'm sorry, I didn't want
But
you to
look,
refuse
the
to
thing
come
is,
on.
I've got a theory about this. My theory, and this is actually genuine. I think that the two of them have been so protected by the mainstream media
Yep.
because of their woke narrative fits in exactly what the mainstream media wants to portray. You know, they've never got the criticism they deserve from the mainstream media. The people who criticize them are, you know, in our kind of bubble, really. In fact, you'd be amazed, and this is what I'm going to come on to, that I actually checked up on this, Dogs. When you said that we were going to be discussing this, I checked up what it was all about. And actually, on the mainstream media, they're not talking about it. They're actually putting up stuff which is praising Meghan Markle for something else she's been doing. I'm not kidding you. But here's my theory. My theory is that because of that protection they've been afforded by the mainstream media, that they're so out of touch with what the regular people believe, that I think they saw this as being a genuinely brilliant thing to do. And now my belief is that if the reaction is as bad as some of those that you suggested there, if people really do actually see this, if this gets out, you know, to the masses and to the mainstream media can't avoid how ridiculous this is, I wouldn't be surprised if they start then putting out the hypothesis that some of this was AI generated.
Indeed. Because how can we know that it's not? Given that this clearly is not a bump that at all looks like a human pregnant bump. Alexandra Marshall, what do you make of this video?
At the end of the day, Meghan Markle thrives on spectacle. Every move she makes seems designed to provoke a reaction, whether it's sympathy, outrage, or shock. But spectacle isn't the same as substance, and this latest stunt has backfired spectacularly. Instead of silencing the moon bump rumors, she's amplified them. Instead of looking dignified, she looks desperate. Instead of protecting her children's future, she's dragged them deeper into scandal. And the monarchy? Well, it is a choice to make. Keep tolerating the circus, or finally cut ties and show that the institution still has standards.